Assalamualaikum. Today I will present part of my PhD study. The title of my presentation is Phytochemical Analysis, Antioxidant and Cell Wound Healing Properties of Veterinary Extract of Baeckea frutescens leaves. My name is Isan Safwan bin Kamal Zaman. I am currently pursuing my PhD at Faculty of Pharmacy, UTM Puncak Alam. My supervisor is Dr. Hasri Halim. Okay, this is my presentation outlines. We'll start with introduction, and then methodology, and then results, discussions, conclusion, and references. Okay, for introduction, what is wound? A wound is defined as injury, break or damage to the skin or other body tissues. Wound can be simple break, and also can be deeper and extend into other structures like tendons, muscles, organs, and even bones. One can be either accidental or intentional cause, or they can be also acquired from the disease. This is a wound healing process. Normal wound healing is a complex biological and molecular process, and it also involves a series of events like including bleeding, inflammatory response, cell migration and proliferation, deposition of extracellular matrix, and remodeling. The wound healing process comprises of 4 overlapping phases, including hemostasis, inflammation, proliferation, and tissue remodeling phase. So, most of my presentation today will cover on the proliferation phase. Okay, this is a plant that I use in this study. The scientific name is Baeckea frutescens. The local name is Tujaatap. It is from the family of Myrtaceae. This plant is a shrub that can be found on top of mountain, plant gets quartz rich, and also a sandy coast in Malaysia. This is a picture of cucuk atap or Baeckea frutescens. This is a picture of leaves and flowers, and another picture of leaves and flowers. Okay, this plant has been traditionally used for massaging and for aromatherapy, and it was inhaled for mental clarity. Also has been used to ease menstrual disorder and to treat a snake bite. Okay, this is a pharmacological report of this plant based on the literature, including antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and the branch extract has potent cytotoxic effect against breast cancer cell line MCF7. Okay, this is a phytochemistry of Baeckea frutescens, including carbonyl glycosides, chloroglycanols, and phenylquercetin and quercetin. Okay, we move on to the methodology. So the sample was collected at the FAMES research station at Setiu, Terengganu. It was authenticated and confirmed as a Baeckea frutescens. And the extract was prepared by maceration using ethanol. And then it was the SMS profile was performed using the LTQ Orbitrap Discovery SMS system. And then antioxidant assess was performed with DPPH, PrEP, and total kinetics content. And the cell used in the study is the cell used were immortalized human keratinocytes or HECAT and human dermal fibroblasts or BJ. Okay, the cell cytotoxicity was performed by using NTTAC. The cell was incubated with extract for 24 hours. And for cell proliferation, also using NTTAC, but it was treated for 24, 48, and 72 hours. And then the cell migration was performed by scraping the cells using 200 microliter of micropeptides, and the photo of the cells gap were taken at the 0, 6, and 12 hours for HECAT, and 0, 12, and 24 hours for BJ cells. Okay, then we perform the statistical analysis. Okay, we move on to the results. So this is the phytochemistry that was detected, like saponins and steroids at the low concentration, and clandestinins and flavonoids at a moderate concentration. This is a HNS profile, and from that we tentatively identified lecithin 3O alpha and remnoside, lecithin, phenoclecithin, lecithin 3O alpha and remnoside, and 5,7 dihydroxy 6,8 dimethylflavonate, and 6-methyl quercetin 7 or beta delta glucopyranoside. Okay, this is a result of antioxidant assay. So from this result, we can see that BFLE has a very high antioxidant, high DPPH inhibition, better than green tea, and it has a comparable TPC value to the green tea. So you can say that BFLE or Baeckea frutescens leaf extract actually is a very good has a very good antioxidant. Okay, the cytotoxicity effect of the BFLE against HECAT and BJ. So it was shown that the extract BFLE was non-toxic on the HECAT at the concentration of 31 microgram ml and at lower concentration, and against BJ non-toxic at the 250 and lower concentration. And also it has a proliferative effect on BJ at the 125 microgram per ml to 31 microgram per ml. And then against BJ, it has a proliferative effect at 48 hours. Sorry, it is the proliferation of BFLE against HECAT. At 48 hours, it has a proliferative effect against HECAT at 6 and 3 microgram per ml. And against BJ, it has a proliferative effect against BJ at 24 hours at 25 and 12 microgram per ml. Okay, this is a result of the migration assay. So from here, we can see that BFLE at 25 and 20 microgram per ml, it has a better migratory effect than vehicle control, and and also comparable to the allantoin at 10 microgram ml. Allantoin is a positive control, so it has better migratory effect at 12 hours compared to the allantoin at the 25 and 20 microgram ml. And against BG, it has a migratory effect at 10 microgram ml and comparable to allantoin. You can see here at vehicle control, there is still a gap at 24 hours, but the extract BFLE at 10 microgram ml is already close the gap. Okay, this is a result of regression assay in form of graph. So like I said, mentioned earlier, it has a better migratory effect at 25 and 20 microgram ml at 6 hours against socket, and also at all concentration tested at 10 hours. And against BJ, it has a better migratory effect than vehicle control at 2.5 to 10 microgram ml and at 10 microgram ml for 24 hours. Okay, we move to the discussion. So when healing occurs as a cellular response towards injury and involve the activation of fibroblasts, keratinocytes, and endothelial cells, and also macrophages. Proliferation and migration of keratinocytes and fibroblasts cells are involved at least as a part in the wound healing processes. And during the injury, the cell neutrophils, monocytes, and macrophages recruited to the wound site. So also the abundant cellular matrices produce several cytokine and growth factor, which in turn activated the keratinocyte and fibroblast cells. So these activated keratinocyte and fibroblast cells will migrate, proliferate, and produce another inflammatory cytokines to promote the wound healing process. And the Baeckea frutescens has the ability to increase the proliferation and migration of both HECAT and LEJ, but the pattern of the treatment effects are varied and are dose and time dependent. And so the increase of relative migration of BFLE on both HECAT and LEJ demonstrate the wound healing properties of BFLE. And the effect was even better compared to allantoin, which is known to have the proliferative and nutrition effect. Therefore, the migratory effect of PSIA on both PJ and HCAC show their great response on the speeding the proliferative phase. So, and then for antioxidant assay, result of DPPH and FAB assay have well demonstrated the antioxidative properties of PSIA. Total phenolics content is known to be related to antioxidative properties, and it is predominant in plant, which mainly composed of phenolic acids, flavonoids, tannins, and so on. Also, several studies have shown that the antioxidative properties of the extract actually were attributed to their phenolic contents. And the green tea, which is a positive control in the study, is well known as antioxidant, and it also possesses a health benefits. Therefore, we can say that similar activity of BFLE and green tea indicate that actually BFLE is a very good antioxidant, and therefore it may possess the same health benefit of the green tea. And it is well known that biological effect of natural products are owing to their chemical properties. So result of the total chemical screening showed that BFLE has a moderate concentration of condensed tannins. These tannins and flavonoids actually has a plethora of biological properties and health benefits, including antioxidants, cholesterol lowering effects, and also the wound healing effects. And miracetin from the previous study has found to have the in vitro wound healing properties by promoting the both proliferation and migration of blood cells, and also it can accelerate the angiogenic process. And also, in vivo study performed by Ashami et al. Has demonstrated miracetin from Tecomania capensis can stimulate wound contraction. So this finding suggests that miracetin might be the compound that contributed to the wound healing properties of BFLE. However, we need to further study to support this hypothesis. So as a conclusion, the increased rate of migration and proliferation of both keratinocyte and fibroblast cells indicated the wound healing properties of BFLE. The wound healing properties of BFLE may be related to their high antioxidant properties, and also the presence of saponins, flavonoids, tannins, and steroids uh, by phytochemistry and also SMS analysis suggest that this compound may contributed to the antioxidant and wound healing properties of BFLE. So this is a references that I use in this presentation. So with that, I thank you. So if you have any question, you can ask me. I will try my best to answer all of the questions. Thank you.